At Ladle, we are focusing on women. Women tend to focus on themselves last, but especially as women in midlife are going through a lot of health changes, we want to make sure they can put themselves first, they can get healthy meals for themselves, and they can also do that for their families. I always wonder about food, right? Food to all of us is so personal. What does food mean to you, and how does it make you feel?
People identify as a foodie, and I don't identify as a foodie per se. I just enjoy good food, and I get really excited about ingredients. And then I get excited about the sourcing of the ingredients more so than just the food I eat. I also like bringing different flavors together. Oftentimes, when I'm working with clients, I talk about satisfaction. So we have satisfaction in our meals, like nutrition, like adequate nutrition to get enough protein and carbohydrates, vegetables, and healthy fats. And so when you think about satisfaction, think about like the texture and chew, like the density of the textures, like the vegetables. And so I like thinking about creating recipes as well as meals that are satisfying, not only with the nutrition aspect, but also the multi-sensory experience, the takes, the texture, what it looks like, the presentation. This isn't making fancy meals. This is just like everyday meals that are easy to make. Not all the food we eat is like visually amazing, but it's going to taste good. So satisfaction is not only texture satisfaction, but also emotional. I'm curious, in terms of food specifically, what brings you comfort?
That is such an interesting word about comfort. And when I think about comfort and calm are two things that go side by side. Just like you, I like food, and it doesn't have to always be this amazing meal. I think sometimes food is comfort. The calm piece, that's also the ability to be able to have healthy meals, but also be able to calmly go through my life, which is very difficult as a founder, right? Because I work a lot of hours. I like to have dinner. I like to have a nice meal at the end of the day. And that's where planning comes in. I plan which days of the week I'm going to cook at home. What am I going to cook? And at times I get groceries ahead of time. Cooking for health is important, but you have to integrate that into your life. I love being able to have some of these things predetermined as per se versus having to figure out everything at the end of my day.